trip was awesome. But as soon as I came back, life got a little hectic, and my grandma died. I cried on this channel before because of something that frustrated me, but no. It's funny to record yourself crying because it kind of pulls you out of it. Yeah, my grandma was awesome, man. Okay, I've kind of composed myself only so that I can talk. I don't care about if I cry on the internet, whatever. You know, maybe more people need to cry on the internet. Anyway, yeah, my grandma died when I got back, and it took me a minute to get that video out, which is fine. I mean, that's how life is, you know, and YouTube doesn't make me money, so things are gonna take a while because it doesn't make me money, you know. And so I have not been making much art, but I have been sewing a lot. So when I went to go visit her in the hospital on her like last day, as soon as my sister and I walked in, she said to my sister, "Look through all my beads, take all the beads you want." And then she looked to me and she said, "Take all my quilting stuff, take it all this fabric, whatever you want." And that's what I've been starting to do, so, and I have been sewing every single day. Let's talk about it. So I did like a better little recap of this over on my Substack, if you're into that kind of thing, or if you already read it. And I called it Grief Quilting. And so my sewing machine, I knew how to use before. My partner got it for me a few months ago. I just randomly, she was at the store and I said, "Can you just buy me a sewing machine?" So she bought the cheapest one. It's a Singer M3400, M3400, whatever. I don't know how you say that. She bought it for me. It was like the cheapest one. It really frustrated me to rethread it when the bobbin would get jammed. I could not fix it. It would make me so mad. And so I stopped using it, and I went back to hand sewing things, which I've known how to do forever. Hand sewing is pretty intuitive, I would say. At least for me it was. Yeah, so I pulled out my sewing machine when my grandma died, and I have not stopped. So, SCW, let me show you what I've been making. I made this thing. I painted this forever ago and started to do this like checkered side by hand a while back, and I just didn't finish it because I got tired of it. But then I pulled out the sewing machine and I finished it. I just bought a dowel today. It's in that bag. So I'm gonna plop the, maybe paint the dowel, put it on there, put a string and hang it up. I also bought buttons for this, but this is a Kindle case for a friend of mine. I'm gonna give it to them for their birthday tomorrow. It's just regular little white sort of linen inside. Fits their Kindle. That's gonna be cute. Yeah, so right now I'm working on a pair of pants. They are kind of pajama pantsy, and there's a pocket on the front. Yeah, I'm very stoked for those. I have a few other little things, sorry for my sniffling. A few other little things I've been working on, but you know, grief is a weird thing, and if you've never lost somebody before, maybe you don't understand, but if you have lost somebody before, maybe you do understand. Grief, everybody grieves differently, and like I feel like the best way for me to grieve is just sort of to have something to do with my hands, and sewing has been great because it has allowed me to do something with my hands that's not something so destructive to my body and my health. Like I'm not drinking, like I'm not using my hands to drink, I'm not using my hands to smoke, I'm not using my hands to, I don't know, like I have just been sewing every day, and then at the end of the day, when I'm either have finished a project or have got a lot of progress on a project, I feel this sense of accomplishment, and it also helps me connect back to my grandma. My Aunt Terry told me that she had bought a lot of her quilting supplies so that when she was gonna start making quilts when she retired, and she never did. And maybe part of the reason is because around the time that she retired, my brother and I won't talk about the circumstances of why this happened, but my brother and I moved in with my grandparents, and I was in high school. My brother was like 4 or 5, and my brother still lives with my grandpa. He lived with my grandma up until the day she died. So that's essentially his mom, you know, and she was like my mom too. Ah! God, yeah, so I feel like, you know, grief sucks, losing people sucks, but, the nice thing about being an artist is that, I can take all of those feelings that come up with this, and I can put them into something visual that a lot of other people will see and can relate to. And I think that's what a crazy power I have in that, you know. So as much as grief sucks, and it sucks to lose somebody, I feel like I'm on the precipice of making some really good art. Something good that will come out of it. So, anyway, you want to see my grandma's x-rays? I took this from her house. I am going to keep this video a little shorter than normal, just because I don't want to keep crying on camera. That's not embarrassing to me, but I just, you know, I want you to be able to watch. So, I keep saying so. Yeah, I'm gonna keep sewing, and I think definitely I'm gonna keep doing some more of those plein air paintings mixed in with quilting. And like, if you've been watching me, you know I've been doing quilting patterns in my paintings and drawings for a while, so it only makes sense to transition into sewing actual quilts and stuff like that. So I will share more of that process soon. I just wanted to check in and say I'm alive, I'm here, I'm still gonna make videos. It might just take me a tad bit longer in between them because, you know, it's hard for me to even eat right now. But I'm sewing, so that's great. Anyway, thanks for watching. Go make some art. If you grieve in the same sort of way I do of just making a lot of art, let me know in the comments. I'll link my Substack in the description if you want to go read about my grief quilting, or if you want to subscribe just in general. It's kind of like if you don't know what it is, it's kind of like a blog. Here's my vlog and here's my blog, you know what I mean? So, yeah, go make some art. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Bye.